Now I have a sphere that's fairly smooth, and I've need to make sure I have my seam marked with my paper clip so I know where the seam is, because I don't want to cut into that seam. So on this picture diagram right here, I have what looks like my sphere kind of cut in half. So you can imagine that this is what the sphere looks like. This is the hollow inside, and this is my seam that goes all the way around. What we're going to be doing now to turn this simple clay sphere into a whistle is we're going to make a hole in the top. When you make the hole, it's very important that you do it at the right angle. So what we're going to be doing is using a simple craft stick, popsicle stick, to make the hole. This hole needs to be done at a 90-degree angle. So we're going to be putting the hole kind of near the top here, but we want to make sure that it goes in correctly. We can imagine that if we put it straight across, okay, if we put a hole in there straight across, this would be flat, so this would be 180 degrees. If we put the hole going straight down, this would be 90 degrees, okay, from here to here. But we want to go in at a 45-degree angle, so halfway between 90 and 80, we're going to take our popsicle stick and go in from this angle, making a 45-degree angle right here, okay? And what that looks like is like this. So I'm going to take my red popsicle stick here, and this is my seam. I'm going in through the top. This would be 90, this would be 180, so we're going halfway between there at about 45-degree angles, and I'm going to slide my popsicle stick into the clay at a 45-degree angle. Now from here, I don't want to move the popsicle stick. I want to keep it just sticking out of there for a second. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be making sure that this piece right here is at a nice 45-degree angle. So we want to keep that piece intact. What we're going to be doing is taking this red popsicle stick that I have drawn, and we're going to be removing it, essentially going up and taking away this clay in a parallel direction. So we don't want to crank the stick, we want to simply pull it straight up, and that leaves us with a 45-degree angle. Now, if it didn't go all the way through, slide your popsicle stick back down exactly along that 45-degree angle again, and then pull up nice and parallel, don't crank it, like this, to get rid of a little more clay on the other side. This clay we don't care so much about. We can open that up a little bit, peel that back. It's that nice 45-degree angle that we want to keep intact that goes down into our clay. All right, so once you get the popsicle stick removed, what you'll end up with is the 45-degree angle, okay? And then you want to take a little bit of this clay down here, pull that back a little bit, okay? You might end up shaving this down. Mine is quite thick on the other side, so I might take a little bit off at the top. All the while making sure not to mess with this angle. We're just going to let it be. Also, that angle is we're going to want to let that dry just a little bit. We want it to get a little bit more strong. We want to get it stronger before we do too much to it. The next step will be adding the mouthpiece, which is going to go down here, and the 45-degree angle is what will help us to make our sound.